Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. James here, your host on this beautiful Jackery show. Now, guys, we started by maybe 1 or 2 minutes early, but we're going to have fun with this show. We're attempting some new stuff today. We're going to attempt a third camera. I have not done that before, and there's a reason for that third camera. And we'll kind of show you if I can. That is the reason for the third camera, because we actually had the 5,000 plus system show up. So we can actually show you guys the 5,000 plus in this show today. Now, the lighting and stuff, I know it's going to be slightly a little glary, a little bright. If you guys look at my hand is bright orange. There's a lot of light sitting here trying to make everything look perfect so you guys can see this device. So just work with me. If we have some little, technical stuff to work through, we will work it through as we go. But guys, bunch of amazing products. Now this, of course, is the 5,000 plus system we will be getting to later on the show, and that is, of course, why we were talking about, of course, the third camera. Now back to my normal camera, you guys can see the normal table back behind me with all of these beautiful power stations. Normally we go through all the cabling that comes with these. Tonight we're going to kind of skip the cabling. We're just going to talk about the power stations. What I will tell you though is every power station does come with a power cable to either charge it on a wall plug or a USB-C device to charge it that way. If you do not get one of those cables, you will get like a cigarette lighter adapter or a solar panel adapter for that. Now, the only cables we will talk about tonight, though, is the solar panel cables, because it is an 8020 or 7909 style plug. So you're going to get one of those with an adapter, and you may get a USB-C to DC plug adapter for that. If you don't get that, you're going to get an Anderson clip. So that's what we're going to talk about. We'll probably talk about those cables a little more. Lois, good evening, and thank you for hanging out with me and helping me out with this. Now, for those of you that see the banners down below, there are some exclusive deals for these shows. First and foremost, you're going to see like the 2000 V2, I believe the 1000 V2 in two different variations as well. And you're also going to see the 5% off of the $1,500 purchases. So if you guys spend over $1,500, you guys can get 5% off of those purchases. I will actually have Lois share that in chat for you guys. For those of you that need to see it, she will actually share that so you guys can actually have that on hand with that. Now for the other ones, let me see if I can actually get that to pop up and share on the other streams. So guys, good show, great products, bunch of very amazing deals, up to about 50% off for those of you that need that. And we're going to start this off with the small little power station. Now, this little small power station is actually the 100 Plus. Now, the 100 Plus is 99 watt-hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. That's right, 31,000 milliamps of power. This is a 2-pound package. This 2-pound package is actually TSA approved. For those of you that want to travel and take it, of course, along with you onto, of course, the airplane, you can get through the TSA checkpoints with this device. Kind of cool that you can actually do that. Now, like I said, they all come with the cabling, so you can make sure they're charged. This comes with a 100-watt pass-through USB-C to USB-C cable. This cable is going to allow you to charge both directions. It's also going to come with the USB-C to DC plug adapter for your solar panel. Now, the device, palm-sized and, of course, portable. It has two USB-C ports. Those are 100 watts max charging capability in and out, of course, for you. You're also going to get the USB-A 18-watt port there for you as well. Now with that, you're going to have this beautiful screen that's going to show up and show you guys the battery percentage. So I'm going to show you guys the voltage in and out with that. A very, very beautiful little piece. Amazon customer, hello, how are you doing? Now with that, of course, guys, this is where it's going to get kind of cool. You can charge your iPhone 14 Pro Max about 6 times off of this. For those of you that want to run your Nintendo Switch, about 4.5 hours. Now, if you want to charge your Nintendo or play your Nintendo Switch and a portable monitor, I was actually getting about 3.5 hours with a portable monitor. For some reason, that portable monitor barely took any power, so I got a good runtime with this. This is going to be a great little thing to take hiking, camping, or all of those other positions that you may need to do that with, of course, with that. So really cool, really amazing. $129 today for this, guys. Great little option. So if you're looking for it, the 100 Plus, very, very portable and acceptable to take anywhere. MJ, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that over there. Darthween, good evening, buddy. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Now, we just shared you guys a bunch of those deals with that. First and foremost will be the E1000 V2. If you use the code for the E1000 V2, you're going to get it for about $403. You guys can also get the 1000 V2 plus the 200 watt solar panel. That's going to be a great little deal. There's a code there for that for about $697. There's also the 2000 V2 exclusive deal. That's going to be about, I think it's $809 if I can remember off the top of my head. I'm not reading the codes, not in front of me. But there's also that exclusive 5% off during this show that's going to be on any purchases over $1,500. The banner there is rotating, so if you guys see the banner at the bottom, you can see that as well. Any questions about the 100 plus or any of the that we actually just showed you? If not, we're going to pop over and we're going to grab the 240 V2. Now, the 240 V2 is actually going to come in two variations tonight. First and foremost, just the 240 V2. Now, the 240 V2 means version 2 of the original, and that's because they're moving away from the original housing to this beautiful packaging. Now, this is kind of cool because they go from the original lithium batteries to a LiFePO 4 cell. Now, you're also going to get, of course, Charge Shield 2.0, which means you guys can fully charge this in 1 hour charge rate on super emergency charge rate or charge mode. Now, this works with the app. You guys can pair it up to the app, run all the switches, change your charging modes, and everything through the app. It is iOS and Android based, so you're good there to go. With this 8-pound package, that's right, under 8 pounds, you're going to get 256 watt hours of power for about $179 tonight. That's actually 18 to 25% savings. Actually, it's 28% savings. I don't know where my math was tonight, but that was definitely not working out for me. Really cool with this. Now, 1 hour charge rate, 256 watt hours of power, has an AC outlet. That AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak, and of course, above that if you need be. You also have two USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 15 watt port. The 100 watt port is an in and out port, so you can actually charge inwards with the solar panel to this device. Now you still have the USB-A port, 15 watts on this one, so you have the charge rate. Now you also have the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug over there and a flashlight. Now, unlike the original 240, it actually has a handle that folds up and moves down, and also uses that new orange, of course, large computer cabling to charge it. Now, like all of them, they have a flame retardant shell, class 9 drop protection or class 10 drop protection between the pieces that you're needing. Now, with that 1 hour charge rate, of course, on super emergency charge mode, standard charging is going to be about 2 hours or less for you. With the full charge, you should be able to run a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for over 16 hours of runtime for that. Or you guys could do a drone for about 4 hours or 4 charges of drone batteries, 3 hours on your laptop, I think like 12 cell phone batteries off of this device, or like a Nintendo Switch. A Nintendo Switch should be able to get about 35 hours-ish off of this one, which is kind of cool with that. Now, it's nice, lightweight, portable, acceptable. You guys can take you camping, hiking, tripping, whatever you want. Run your 45 watt house fan, like your little small tower fans, for about 4 hours. Your 90 watt mini fridges for about 2 hours or so with that. Now, very cool, very portable, and very, very beautifully well done. For $179, this is an amazing deal. But we also have the 240 V2 and the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is going to be a perfect pairing for this device. It's going to take you approximately a little over 3 hours to charge this with the Mini 40, but it is perfectly well done. Now, at $249, you're going to get the device and the Mini 40 solar panel. This solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant, and harsh and wet weather. Right on. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We are going to actually, I'll pop over and kind of give you a glimpse, because tonight we are actually going to be talking about and showing the new 5000 plus. So in a little while, we're going to actually show you guys that newer one that is in pre-sale. So we will be getting to that in a while. I just want to, kind of give you a glimpse of that. It's a really cool power station. Now, like I said, fully waterproof, water resistant, IP68 rating, You're going to be using harsh and wet weather. It's going to do 40 watts of charge rate. Has a nice little magnetic clasp, and of course, unfolds nice and large, but is portable. This is actually really cool. I would recommend the Mini 40. This Mini 40 solar panel, I would recommend for the 240. If you have the original 240, this would work perfectly well. If you have, of course, you could plug in the 100 watt solar panel as well. But this one is portable enough that it's the size of a notebook. This could fit in a backpack and take hiking, camping, and everything. I would definitely recommend this one. If you buy the solar panel by itself, I think it's around $99 or something like that. I don't have the price in front of me, but I can actually have Lois link you to that, though, if you want to. But yeah, this is really cool. I like this. Monocrystalline solar cells. It's going to do well for the smaller stations because of the portability. For those of you that like to go camping with the smaller stations and stuff, it's ideal to have something like this one. Lois, can you link her to the Mini 40 solar panel? You will also see the Mini 40 in the actual carousel. So it is in the carousel if you see the carousel too. But this is really cool. I like it. You know, it is a really nice piece, and it definitely is only a half-inch thick, 12 inches tall, 10 inches long. It is nice and portable, and it's only a couple pounds. I mean, what can you not think about that? I mean, it really does pair well with the smaller stations. So if you think about this, this is only going to be approximately 10 to 11 pounds total weight with the two pieces I have sitting here. So really great deal. Lois will definitely try and link you to that. I don't have the link sitting in front of me. If I did, I would give it to you instantly. But yeah, definitely, I would recommend this for the 240. So, this is a really good one. So, I would definitely recommend for that for the 240. Now, not to say you couldn't use the 100 watt solar panel. The 100 watt solar panel will definitely work on the 240. So at the bottom of my video, you will see the carousel move around. That carousel moving around is, you can scroll through that and you'll see all the products on the show today. We just clicked the Mini 40. Now, if you're on the phone, I believe it's at the bottom of your phone and you'll see the actual product in a red box. If you are watching from your PC, it's going to be in, of course, the video down below. Now we're going to talk about, of course, I think she's clicking through to try to get you to the solar panel. She just clicked the 100 watt, but the Mini 40 is right next to it. So let's see here. Can I? Might be able to. Not really sure if I can do this. So yeah, no problem. Technically, I think this might work. Let's see. If not, that should be the link for you. Now, we're going to talk about the 300. This is actually 293 watt hours of power, guys, in an 8-pound package, just like the 240. Now, this is, of course, the original housing with the fixed handle, the original battery makeup with this one. Now, 2 AC outlets on this that do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. I think these ones peak at 500 max, which is still very decently well done. Now, it has 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port on this. The USB-C port is a 60 watt in and out port. Harper, hello, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Carrie, thank you for the follow as well. How are you guys doing? I do apologize. That chat's over there, so I didn't see that one. Now, like I said, the 300 is actually a really cool little piece. This has actually got the 60 watt in and out capability port, so it's going to allow you to plug in a solar panel and charge it that way if you want. Or you guys can use, of course, the DC plug right here for that. Now, it's going to take approximately 3 hours or 3.5 hours to fully charge this device on the wall plug. If you use the wall plug and, of course, the DC plug or the USB-C port, you're going to get it charged in 2 hours of time. Now, it does, of course, have the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter style adapter plug. That's going to allow you to plug in like your air mattresses or the old school fuzz dusters, or if you guys know what I'm talking about, handheld vacuums through that piece with this. Now, nice little orange, lightweight, and portable with this. 293 watt hours power means you guys will be able to run, let's say, a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours of runtime for that usage. You also be able to get about 15 to 16 DSLR batteries like your Sony ZV-E10s or your Sony ZV-1s or even the ZV-1F, I believe it is, and some other variations. Now, some other things you guys can definitely run on this. Your laptop about 4 hours. Your flat screen TV, like the big one behind me, 4.5 hours of runtime off that 60 to 65 watt TV. Really, really cool piece. Nice, portable, campable. You guys can take it camping with you. You don't have to worry about it. It's really kind of cool. And all of them have silicone pads as well. The silicone pads are really, really decently well done. So you can set it on, of course, let's say like, you know, your coffee table, your glass tables. Maybe you're out hiking and your kid sets it on the hood of your car. That silicone pad's going to stop it from marring or damaging certain surfaces. Now, let's be honest though, if you set this on the ground and it has a little gravel stuck to the silicone and you set it on your paint, it may scuff your paint a little. Just be careful. Bubberman, Autoshine, what's up, my guys? How are you guys doing? 300, perfectly well done. Paired up with the mini 40 solar panel or the 100 watt solar panel to charge it that way. Working temperatures, guys, down to about, I think operating temperature is about 14 degrees on this one to about 104 degrees. Very, very acceptable. 32 degrees to 104 degrees charging capability. Really nice one. I like the 300. So any questions about the 300, definitely ask, and we are going to be here to answer. Now, we're going to pop over. We're going to move camera scenes. We're going to actually drop that one off, and we're going to go to the table. Now, like I said, I have 3 different cameras going today. We're going to go into the Jackery Explorer 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is actually right in, of course, the middle of the table. Now, we're going to zoom in so you guys can actually see this. Now, it is a little bit bigger of a power station. It is approximately 13.5 pounds with this one. The 13.5 pounds actually packs 518 watt hours of power in the device. Now, it still has, of course, the fixed handle, but has a flashlight on the side for you guys if you need a flashlight, standard lighting mode, or SOS pattern. Now, normally it's like $499. There's actually a $200 clippable coupon on this one on the Amazon page, so it's going to drop down that price point for you. Now, with the 500, guys, I can actually move it a little more for you. We'll actually pop it over there. We'll turn on that flashlight. Now, again, silicone pads on the bottom for you. And, of course, the front. Now, the front has a single AC outlet. That single AC outlet's going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1,000 for those of you that need it. In the middle, you're going to be greeted with 3 USB-A ports, 5 volt 2.4 amps, and you're going to have multiple DC input and output ports. Now, between the multiple ports, you'll be able to charge in and out with those ports at a good rate. It is going to, though, take you about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug, or about 5.5 hours in your car cigarette lighter port if you are on a road trip. Let's say you have the 500 watt 500 watt power station and you have the 100 watt Solar Saga. 7.5 hours charge rate with that. On the 7.5 hour charge rate or the 5.5 hour charge rate, whichever way you charge it, you're going to get about 30 hours of runtime off a laptop, 7 hours on a flat screen TV, 9 hours on a mini cooler, or multiple other devices. You should be able to run your CPAP machine all night off of this if you needed be. Annie, hello, how are you doing? Now, the one drawback is if you need a heated blanket, guys, about 3.5 to 4 hours is where it's going to actually be with this one. It's actually going very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully your day's going well as well. It's definitely been a long day for me, though. I've been lack of sleep. Again, waking up at 3 o'clock every morning for some reason. And then, of course, not going to bed till 11. Just one of the things. It's because I was actually trying to figure out camera angles and set up tables and stuff. But a great little piece. For those of you that go like hiking, camping, and stuff like that, and you like to go rafting and you use like inflatable rafts, the 500 will allow you to run that air compressor that airs those up for about 8 hours of runtime, which is kind of cool. For the backyard barbecue, you guys can run a blender for about 50 minutes, make milkshakes or margaritas or adult daiquiris or even mock daiquiris if you wanted to. So 500 guys, $200 clippable coupon on Amazon for you if you guys need, which is a great little idea. I kind of like that. Now we're going to go into, of course, one of the devices that actually has a great deal for you tonight. Now, we're going to talk about the 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 is an amazing, amazing product for you guys. What I can tell you is there's a $340 clippable coupon on Amazon for you that's going to bring it down, of course, with that. Now, if you don't use that clippable coupon, we have the 1000 V2 in the carousel with the discount code. If you guys use the discount code, you're going to get it for about $403 of a price point. Now, the 1000 V2 is actually up on top, and we're going to move, of course, over to it if we can get there. It looks like I forgot one light tonight, so we'll have to fix that on the next show because it is definitely dark up there. That is, of course, the newer 1000 V2. Now, the 1000 V2 actually packs 1070 watt hours of power in that device. Now, this device weighs approximately 23 pounds, so it is nice and lightweight. With that 1070 watt hours of power, you actually have 3 AC outlets. Those are standard American plug, 3-prong plugs that are going to do 1500 watts of pure sine wave power. Now, between the 1500 watts of pure sine wave power, you can actually max it out at, of course, 3000 if you need be. With it, you have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 30 watt port, and then you have the 18 watt USB-A port down below that. Now, with this, you also have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug that's going to allow you to connect it up. Now, with it, it has what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 allows you to actually emergency supercharge this in 1 hour charge time. That means you guys know, let's say you know that like a natural disaster's coming, or you're expecting a power outage, like maybe a California rolling brownout or a blackout. You guys can quickly charge this in 1 hour charge time by switching that on in the app. Now, you don't have to switch it on. You guys can use standard fast charging mode, which is under 2 hours already. But you guys, if you really need a quick charge, 1 hour time is where it's at. Also, in the app, you can change it to what's called quiet charging mode. Quiet charging mode is going to allow you to do it in 5 hours at super quiet mode with that, which is kind of cool with this. Now, some other cool things is because it is 1070 watt hours of power, you guys can run multiple devices throughout all the multiple ports. Rather it be like your laptop for 14 hours. You guys could run a standard Starlink from 10 hours to about 29 hours, depending on the Starlink you have and the power draw that Starlink's using. Now, for those of you that want to do phones, about 74 charges with that. Or you guys can run a mini fridge for 14 hours or a microwave oven for 47 minutes. Or your Wi-Fi router for approximately an hour. Now, the 1000 V2 will allow you to run that electric heated blanket for about 12 hours of runtime, which is beautifully well done. For those of you that need a fan, be like me, because I'm actually so hot with all of these lights around me right now, you can run your house fan for about 23 hours, which is actually beautifully well done. The 3-watt light bulb on the front, over 27 hours of runtime. You're going to get about over 27 hours. It's actually kind of cool. Now, if you need the device, there's actually a great price point with this. And if you guys are watching from the other channel, we actually have discounts over on the Jackery side. So if you guys are on Amazon, you might see it on the Jackery channel over there. We have discount codes. The discount code, of course, is going to be like the BFE 1000 V2 code, which is going to get you the 1000 V2 for about $403.07. That's about up to approximately about almost 50% off. It's a good deal right there. Now, if you don't want just the station, though, we also have the station and, of course, solar panel package. Now, that's going to be the 1000 V2 and their very beautiful 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, there's a $550 clippable coupon for most of you out there if you guys want to just clip the $550 coupon. Or you guys can use, of course, the discount code and get it for about $809 as well. Madison, hello. Giselle, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Noah, thank you for the follow as well. It definitely does mean no worries. So you guys have the two options between the two. If you are looking for something like that, that's definitely an amazing little option for you. So just check it out if you guys want to. But we're going to move back down to the bottom table because we're going to move over to that device right there. Now we're going into the 2000 V2 area. Now, the 2000 V2 is, of course, a newer product that was released not too long ago. The 2000 V2, of course, is a really, really amazing piece of technology. Now, there's a $600 clippable coupon with this. And just like most of these, you can run it with the app, and the app is going to allow you to, of course, let's see, pull up the app. Let's turn on a flashlight. So you guys can turn the flashlight on by the app. If I want to, I can go into high mode or even SOS pattern for those of you that need SOS pattern. Now, the app will also allow you to turn on the plugs. You guys will see it lit up the screen and turned on a green dot for the DC plugs, which is like USB-Cs and USB-As. Or you guys can do the AC outlet side as well. Now, it will also allow me to shut off the screen or turn on the screen as on top of it. Now, with it, you guys can change your charging modes from like energy charging mode or emergency charging mode for that 1 hour charge rate with that. Now, you can also do, of course, standard charging mode, which is under 2 hours as well. Now, with this, you have 2,042 watt hours of power in the 2000 V2. Now, you have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are actually going to do 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4,400 for those of you that need that extra oomph and power. Now, just like the 1000 V2, it does have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port, one's a 30 watt port. Now, you still have that standard USB-A port at 18 watts massive charging capability and a 12 volt 10 amp plug. Now, with it though, because it is a little bit bigger, it does weigh about 39 pounds, so it is just a little bigger for the rest of you. With this though, because it is 2,042 watt hours of power, you can run a desktop PC for approximately 12 hours. You guys can run a little mini fridge for, up to about, I'm going to say maybe 50 hours or so, depending on the actual device you need. Now, with it, this has got new technology. The 2000 V2 is built with what's called cell-to-body technology. The cell-to-body technology is a honeycomb design in the bottom of the casing that allows them to move away from the 3-step building process of the battery to a simpler building process in the cells of the casing. Now, on top of that, it's also going to make it more protective of the cells for swelling and, of course, shock damage and shear points and stuff like that with this. Now, you also are going to be able to run a lot of stuff. Crock pots, coffee makers, refrigerators. Your 520 watt double door refrigerator will be able to run off of this for about 3.5 to 4 hours-ish. Now, you guys could also run a tea kettle. You guys can run hand drills, water pumps, electric pumps. You could even run a house vacuum with that. Sorry, can't do that. I don't work for Amazon, Judy. Now, electric grills, of course, about an hour and a half to a little over an hour and a half with that. Portable ovens up to about 36 hours, depending on the portable oven. Your heated blankets, 60 hours with this. Now, the 2000 V2, of course, is a great deal, and it is on a package, of course, and has a sell point. The 2000 V2, if you guys use the code that we have, going to get it for about $809, or if not, you guys look at the Amazon page and there is a clippable coupon that's going to give it to you for about $600 off. So, Judy, I do not work for Amazon. I'm just a streamer, so I have no control over those. I do apologize for that. So you can get the 2000 V2 by itself, or you can get the 2000 V2 with solar panels options. Now, the solar panel package is going to be, of course, a really, really amazing little piece that's going to give you 2 of the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels. Now, if you're on the Amazon page, there's a $900 clippable coupon. If you're not on the Amazon page and you want to use the Jackery code that we have over here, you guys are going to get it for $809. So do check those codes out. For those of you watching from other social medias, you might see those codes pop up off and on for us. Now, like I said, you're going to get 2 of the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels with this kit. That means you guys can actually up and have this charged and running in a great time. Approximately 5.5 hours. I kind of like that though. So definitely check that out and enjoy the 2000 V2s for all of the time you need them for. Any questions about those devices? bounce over to the large camera with that. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick, everybody. I'm going to try not to choke on the ice. All right, I don't see no questions about that product, so we're going to pop over to the 3000 system. Now, the 3000 Pro system, this is a full kit that you guys are going to see here for tonight. You're going to get 2 solar panels and the station for approximately $3,699. Now, what I can tell you is there's a $1,500 clippable coupon. With that being said, it's still over $1,500, so you guys can actually use the 5% code that we have for you guys to get an extra 5% off with that. Now, we're going to bounce over here and we're going to talk about that. The 3000 Pro is on the table right down there. Now, if I actually, well, it looks like I don't have the plug on. Let's click that plug on real quick and show you guys. So let's do that. Let's pop the plug on and let's see if that light comes on automatically, if I'm going to have to say, Alexa, turn all lights on. It might not pop on. Ooh, maybe I broke it. Did I break the light? I did not. I wasn't fully plugged in. So that is the 3000 Pro system. Now the 3000 Pro system is a 64-pound package by itself. You add 2 of those 200-watt solar panels, and of course each one of those are about 21 pounds as well. Now the 3000 Pro is a very large standalone system. You're going to get 3,024 watt hours of power in that device. Now this device, like I said, is a larger device, so it does, of course, and will need some wheels to actually roll it around and look at it. And that is, of course, your wheeling. 2 3-inch large wheels, an aluminum telescopic handle that folds up into the housing to make it look like a suitcase. That is going to allow you to tip it, roll it around in pretty much most surfaces without an issue. Now, 3,000, of course, and 24 watt hours of power is going to take a little bit longer to charge. Let's be honest. It's going to take about 2.5 hours on the wall plug by itself, or if you have 6 solar panels, 3.5 hours and you're up and fully charged. With that fully charged, you're going to get, of course, different run times, and this is where we're going to talk about it. You have 5 of those beautiful plugs. You have 4 of your standard plugs, and then you have your NEMA plug above it. Now, that NEMA plug is only 120 watt style or 120 watt style plug. So it's just a standard plug, but it should allow you to plug in like your TIG or MIG welders with it and run those. Now, you have 4 of your standard down below American 3-prongs that are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000, the same as that NEMA plug above it. Now, with this one, you have 2 USB-C ports. Each of those USB-C ports are 100 watts max charging capability. You also have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. Now, just like the 2000 V2, you can run it off, of course, the app, and it's going to allow you to turn on all of those plugs. So if I want to turn off that lighting, I hit the switch and the light is off. If I hit the switch back, it's going to take about 20 milliseconds to switch back over. There is a 20 millisecond delay for, of course, the switching with this. Now, with the app, of course, you guys are going to be able to see the charge rate, the battery, and everything in there, and, of course, the temperatures on hand. It's a large device with a great powerhouse. It's going to allow you to run a 60-watt, 65-inch flat screen TV for approximately 35 hours. Your 1150-watt window AC, which is like a 10,000 BTU window AC, should be able to run for about 3 hours of runtime. Your 520-watt refrigerator, 5 hours-ish. That's really going to range differently, though, and I'm going to go into this. For your refrigerators, it is just marked at 5 hours for a 520-watt refrigerator off of this one. Now, I'm going to tell you, it could run longer as long as you don't open the doors and you have it set to a certain temperature, because most refrigerators, they do not run constantly. Your compressors come on and off. So the more you open the fridge, the more those compressors are going to come on. Same with the lighting and stuff. So depending on that, you get different run times. Now, we can go into some more stuff besides that. You guys can run a toaster oven for about 4 hours, your house oven for 3 hours. your ACs, blenders. You guys could do a movie projector for 21 hours, tea kettles, or a 3-watt light bulb for over 220 hours. For the ones that want to use it in your shop or garages, your TIG or MIG welder, which is like 5,800 watts of draw, little over an hour runtime. Your sump pumps or well pumps that you use to clean out your basement well water or your waters, that's about a 60-watt draw, about 32 hours of runtime. Lawnmowers about 2.5 to 3 hours. Weed eaters about the same. Angle grinders, leaf blowers, table saws, chainsaws. Now, electric chainsaws is what we're talking about. Your cell phone should be able to charge about 101 approximate times off of this, and it's going to do well. Running temperature with this one's going to be about -4 degrees temperature in, of course, the cold, but it is a 64-pound package. And again, guys, there's a $1,500 clippable coupon on Amazon that's going to save you a little bit of money, but you guys can also use that 5% code that we have for you guys. So that is the 3000 Pro. Now, with that being said, we're going to move back to a little bit smaller of a device, and we're going to talk about the 300 Plus. Now, the 300 Plus is a really nice one. It is 288 watt hours of power. It's like $239, I think, price point for this. 288 watt hours of power. It is an hour-and-a-half charge rate on the wall plug. It does, of course, have that standard 3-prong American AC plug. That's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600 for those of you that need it. 2 USB-C port. One's a 100-watt in and out port. The other is a 15-watt port, and you also have the 18-watt USB-A port. 12-volt 10-amp plug, and, of course, that beautiful little flashlight for you. Now, under 8 pounds, of course, of weight, LiFePO 4 cells, hour-and-a-half charge rate, and, of course, works with the app. This is really, really amazing little piece that does well. You should be able to run a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours of runtime off of this piece. 288 watt hours of power is going to do well. Now, we have it by itself, but we also have it in the carousel, guys, with the Mini 40 solar panel. So this would be that package right here. The Mini 40 solar panel, of course, pairs well with these smaller machines. It is, of course, fully waterproof and water resistant for harsh and wet weather. Now, of course, this is, of course, the Mini solar panel that is in that package deal for those of you guys that see it. IP68 water rating, of course, but folds up, can be put in a backpack. This is nice, portable, and acceptable to be taken pretty much anywhere. So that is the Mini 40. And, of course, 300 Plus. I think we're showing you guys the 600. I don't know. Lois, is the 600 in stock or is that out of stock? Let me make sure, guys, if she wants me to show the 600 Plus, because it looks like it's out of stock right now. So I'm checking to make sure the 600 is in stock or out of stock. We might actually skip the 600. I don't know. I do have the 600 sitting here, so we can actually show it to you guys if you want. Just making sure the stock is there for it. The 600 Plus is actually going to be on the table down here. So that is the 600 Plus down there. All right, we're going to talk about the 600 Plus. I believe it's out of stock, though, but we can talk about it. Now, this is, of course, 632 watt hours of power, LiFePO 4 cells. 1 hour charge rate with, of course, that Charge Shield 2.0. Under 2 hours if you're in standard mode. Okay, they are out of stock. Do you want me to skip these then and move on to the bigger stations? Because we can spend more time on the 5000 if we want to skip past these. That is up to you, Lois. But guys, this is a great little device. When it is in stock, most definitely it's worth checking out. It's an amazing little piece that's going to do well for a lot of you. So, yeah. Okay, it is out of stock. We're going to skip over these guys. We're going to move into the 1000 Plus systems, and then we'll get into, of course, the bigger ones, of course, with that. Now, 1000 plus is actually a nice and, of course, beautiful system. We're going to try and zoom in and show you guys the 1000 plus kit here. Now, the 1000 plus is a beautiful, beautiful expandable system. By itself is 1264 watt hours of power. Okay, cool. So we're going to get into this because this is an expandable system. By itself, 1264 watt hours of power, has 3 AC outlet plugs on the front. Those 3 AC outlet plugs are going to allow you to, of course, run at 2000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4000. Now, by itself, guys, you can do it, or you can get it with the solar panel kit. With the solar panel kit, it's $1,499. It's going to actually, I believe, if I can remember correctly, there's a $570 clippable coupon on the Amazon page. So you're going to get it, 2 solar panels. That's the 100-watt solar panels. Now, with it, it's got an under 2-hour charge rate with this device. It's going to allow you to run 1150 watt window AC for a little over an hour time on it. Now, it does have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and of course the flashlight and that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. An amazing piece by itself. Add the solar panels, get $570 off, and you're up and running and you're charging without having to pay your electric bill. Now, with it, of course, the runtime is always going to vary on the devices by itself, but is an expandable device, and you're going to see. I like to keep nice. For a week-long road trip, I would recommend the 1000 plus and a couple batteries, or you can even do. It really depends. Like a road trip, you can actually plug one of these devices in to your cigarette lighter plug and allow it to charge while you're on the road. Or you can do like the a station with batteries. A full week is just, you're gonna need a bigger station. If you're talking like 60 to 90 watt station, then maybe like the 3000 Pro, which is a big system, or like the 5000 plus. 5000 plus, we're gonna get into that, is a very, very large system. So 2000 plus, 1000 plus, or 3000 Pro would definitely do you well. The variations are going to be actually the amount of power that you're going to need to run said device. I don't really know what the iceless cooler power rating is. So now, like I said, guys, the 1000 plus is expandable. So it starts off with 1264 watt hours of power, but in the kit that you guys are seeing, it's going to come with the battery, the station, and of course 2 solar panels. Now, normally that's like, I think, $2,099 for that kit. There's actually a $700 clippable coupon. So you're going to get 2,528 watt hours of power. That is the battery sitting right above it and the station down below it, plus 2 of the 100 watt panels. Now, with that being said, you can actually put 3 batteries onto this system. So 3 of them batteries is going to give you over 5 kilowatts of power, 5,056 watt hours of power between this device and 3 batteries. Really cool that it is expandable and usable. When you expand it out there with that, you guys are going to be able to run devices a lot longer with that being said. You guys could do a lot with this. Now, you do have your 3 standard American plugs. You also have your 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. 12-volt 10-amp DC plug means you guys can plug in, let's say, an adapter and add more USB-C ports, or use it to run your air mattresses, or even the ice cooler like Aubrey was saying. So ice coolers, some of those use the DC plugs like cigarette lighter adapters. So kind of cool with that. A great little piece for you guys. Now, we also have the variations of the 2000 plus system. Now, yes, I'm kind of going through this because I want to kind of get to the creme de la creme of the new system. So by itself, guys, $1,959 for the 2000 plus, but there is a $660 clippable coupon on Amazon. Now, it is 2,042 watt hours of power. It, of course, is a 64-pound package, has 4 standard American style plugs, but also has that the fifth NEMA plug. Now, with that, they are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000. You have, of course, the two USB-C ports and the two USB-A ports, and that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. Now with it, it's going to allow you to run 1150 watt window AC for about 2 hours of runtime. It's only going to take you 2 hours to fully charge it on a wall plug with the 2000 Plus. Now with that being said though, you guys can actually do about 25 hours in your car if you're going across country. So you can use a cigarette lighter plug to charge this. It's just going to take a lot longer. Your run times are going to vary on the device that you're using in said piece. CPAP machine's about 150 hours of runtime. Your 520 watt refrigerator, about 3 hours also with that. For those of you that want to do like the 90 watt mini fridge or little cool mini fridges, 14 hours. The 60 watt portable freezers, like the iceless cooler, the portable freezers, 26 hours off of this device by itself. So that's where it's going to change. For the TIG or MIG welders, about half an hour of runtime. Your angle grinders, 4 hours. Water pumps, about 20 hours, and vice versa with this. Now, by itself, like I said, it's $1,959, but there's a $660 clippable coupon. We also have the variation in here, guys, with two solar panels. $1,200 clippable coupon on the one with the solar panels for the 2000 Plus system. 2000 Plus system does, of course, use the app control, so you have full control from your phone as well with this. Now, like I said, you're going to get it and two solar panels for like $3,099, but there's a $1,200 clippable coupon. Those solar panels are the 200 watt solar panels. But where it's really at is, of course, the 4000 kit. Now, it is the 2000 plus the 2000E battery that's sitting right above it. That's going to double your runtime to 4,085 watt hours of power with this. Now, this device is like $43.99, but there is actually an $1,800 clippable coupon with this. Now, with it, you just doubled your runtime, like 300 hours on the CPAP machine. You're going to be able to run that little mini cooler for about 52 hours with the portable freezer and vice versa. Now, the 4000 kit, of course, like I said, $4,399, but there is an $1,800 clippable coupon with that. This device is actually quite well and quite expandable. You can expand the device by itself with 5 batteries to 12 kilowatts of hour power. At 12 kilowatts of hour power, you should be able to run your house for a couple days without a problem. Now, it is even more expandable, which is kind of cool. You add a second 2000 plus, run it in parallel, and you can actually add 10 batteries to 24 kilowatts of hour power. That's a large system and a lot of power between these systems. So the 2000 plus, 3 different variations, guys, for you tonight. System by itself, the system with solar panels, or the system with solar panel and battery. So if you guys need, definitely check out the 2000 plus system. Now we come to the part of the night that I've been waiting to talk about, and that's because, whoops, we're going to go here, and we're going to turn on the second camera. I'm going to have to pop over, and we're going to activate it. This is the camera that we're going to pop in, and we're going to talk about this device right here. This, of course, is this beautiful 5000 plus system. Now, this 5000 plus system is in pre-order tonight. It does release on the 15th of November. The system alone is $3,499 tonight. Now, where this changes is the sizing and the makeup and devices that can be used and ran with this. Now, it is 5,040 watt hours of power by itself for you guys. Now, on the front, you're going to see the 4 American style plugs. Those are actually going to do 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power through those 4 plugs. Now, you can max it out at 14,400 watts if you really need be. Now, it of course has 2 USB-C ports, 100 watts max charging capability, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max, and that 12-volt 10-amp plug on the front. Now, just like the others, I'm going to turn around real quick. We're going to power it up. We're going to hit the power button on the opposite side. When it powers on, it's going to have, of course, that screen. I can actually turn on all these plugs and adapters as we want. It does work with the app, so you do have the app control to actually work this as well. When you purchase this device, you're going to get, of course, the user manual right here that's going to allow you to do it. You're also going to get, of course, the power cable to charge it on the wall plug. Now, they did move away from the orange cable to, of course, this black one. Would have loved to seen the orange, but hey, not a big drawback. You also are going to have the tool to connect up your large or high pass solar panels, because this can use high pass solar panels. It's also going to have, of course, the little switch to switch it around, just in case you need to lock it in place and turn on or pass those switches. So it does come with all of that papering and cabling for this. Now, where this is getting kind of cool, because it is and can and will do a few things. First and foremost, you should be able to run backup power on a whole house for a single day off a single unit. Now, you can actually expand this up to about 30 kilowatts of power by itself. Now, it can actually run with the smart transfer switch. The smart transfer switch is compatible with the output ports of the NEMA L14-30 and the NEMA 14-50, which is amazing. Now, this actually has another really cool piece of technology that's been added to it, which is called the UPS. The UPS on this one has a 0 milliseconds of switchover. The moment your wall power goes off, it will actually still run and will not shut down any devices. Now, I'm going to get up for a second because I want to kind of show a few things. First and foremost, hopefully you guys can hear my voice, but there is a handle back here. The handle is going to allow you to tip it and roll it around. Has 4 large wheels on the bottom. 2 of those are standard. The front 2 have locking casters. Now, it is about 134 pounds of weight. On the opposite side, which is why I was flipping it over, you have a 240 volt plug. You have 2 of those. Now, one can actually run in 120 volts. The other can do 240. So you have the switches there. Above that, you're going to see your AC expansion slot. That's where you're going to plug in like your switchover control devices, like the one you can purchase with this, which is kind of cool with that. Now, we're going to get into this, of course, with it a little bit more in the runability and the accessibility with this. What I can tell you, though, is it's approximately 130 plus pounds. It does weigh quite a bit. So you have some weight there. Now, of course, it will allow you to run, let's say, your whole appliances and EV cars. You can charge your EV car with this. Now, it does work with the smart app features, but can also control and use with their accessibility devices that run with this. Now, depending on the piece that you plug into it, you're going to have different types of runability. You guys are going to have, of course, different run times. It's really going to vary on the pieces you're working with. What I can tell you is you can fully charge this device in under 3.5 hours without a problem. It's going to pull about 1,800 watts or 18,000 watts of input power to charge it. If you are using, let's say, 4,000 watts of high PV solar panels, it's going to take about 1.5 hours to 2 hours to charge it with that way. That's going to be like your fixed larger solar panels, and it can do that. If you're using like low PV panels, like the 500 watt solar panel that they did create, about 5 hours of runtime. If you have the smart transfer switch that they offer, 4,000 watts of input power, under 2 hours of charge rate. And that's actually really beautifully well done that they can do that with this. Now, like I said, by itself, $3,499, or you guys have the option of it and the 500 watt solar panel. If you want it with the 500 watt solar panel, it's a $4,299 price point. Very, very beautifully well done. What's up, Wiley? How you doing, my man? Now, you can also get it with, of course, that smart transfer switch. Now, with the smart transfer switch, it's about $5,999, but there is a $1,000 clippable coupon right now with it with the smart transfer switch. So you can actually get a nice price point with this. Now, I'm going to move this around again because we're going to show you guys the opposite side, which is over here. Now, the opposite side has your wall plug and it has your battery expansion slot, but also has, of course, your high pass solar panels and your low pass switches over here. It is always locked in low pass mode. It takes a little bit to switch it to high pass mode if you need. So, really cool. It does have orange handles to help you roll it around if you need. Of course, the back is just black. There's a handle on the very bottom if you need to do that as well. We're going to pop that back here for this. Now, this, of course, like I said, is in pre-purchase. So the system itself will drop on the 15th. The package will drop on the 30th, which is really, really amazing deals for those of you that need it. If you guys want to just purchase what's called the expansion slot. Now, this, of course, is going to be like the Jackery Explorer transfer switch expansion slot, right? Let's see if I can go to a product page. Let's see if we can actually pop it up. All right. That's going to be this device right here. This is $1,699 by itself. And this is, of course, going to allow you to connect up to this device and, of course, run it, charge it, and allow you to do, of course, connectability with this. You will, of course, need an electrician to connect this up. Now, this is actually kind of cool because it's going to allow you to EV charge your car. It's going to allow you to do all the other cool stuff with this. Now, what I didn't tell you is because the 5,000 plus system is so really, really beautifully well done, you can actually connect up to multiple batteries to get you that 60 kilowatts or 30 kilowatts of power, I believe it is, by itself, which is actually really, really amazingly well done. If you want to, though, you can grab two of these 5,000 systems, run them in parallel, and add multiple batteries and go all the way up to 60 kilowatts of hour power. At 60 kilowatts of hour power, you're running your whole house for 7 days without a problem. That is a really, really amazing piece of technology. So they've done really well with this, but it's at 0 milliseconds and, of course, the portability with this. So 5,000 plus system, guys. 4 different areas of it if you guys need. Great little pieces for you guys out there. Now, they did create a new solar panel, and that's going to be the 500 watt solar panel. The 500 watt solar panel is a really, really beautiful solar panel. Now, I'm going to go back to the product page so you guys can kind of see the solar panel. This is the Jackery Solar Saga 500X. The 500X has actually got a 25% high efficiency conversion rate even in low light settings. Now, it is a 6-panel piece that folds up 4 times, so it can be folded up and put away. It is, of course, an IP68 rating, so it's fully waterproof and water resistant for harsh and wet weather. It's going to allow you to connect up and charge on the 5,000 plus system very, very easily. Now, remember, guys, you can run multiple of these solar panels for you if you need to do that. Now, each panel is technically about 85 watts of charging capability through each panel. And since it is, of course, like this, it's going to charge multiple ways for you. Now, that's actually kind of cool. We're just going to swap through so you guys can kind of see this. That's going to be like showing you guys the top and bottom charge rate and, of course, the efficiency. It does, of course, have a carrying bag and all the other cool stuff. Expanded out to is about 98 inches. Folded is about 39 inches with this one. So, really, really cool piece. The 500 watts X solar panel is about $999. So, it does have a little bit of a price tag, but definitely worth checking out there for you. So, if you guys need, definitely check that out. You're not going to be disappointed. Now, we're going to go to the 100 watt solar panel and talk about that now. So, guys, that's the 5,000. We're going to be showing this off pretty much every show coming up. You're going to probably just start learning so much about this as I'm learning. I'm still learning it. It is an amazing, amazing piece. So, right there, guys, 5,000 plus and all of the fixings that could ever come with it. You're definitely going to enjoy that one. So, any questions about any of those pieces, definitely ask. Now, like I said, we're moving into the solar panels. We're coming to the end of our show. We're going to talk about the original 100 panel. This, of course, is the original panel. Now, you guys can see I've had this for over a year or so because it's got some markings and dirty little pieces because I've actually used this quite a bit. Now it's got two kickstands on this 100-watt solar panel, right? This is actually a $299 price tag. On the top, it's got a zipper pack. Now inside the zipper is actually a 9.5-foot cable. The 9.5-foot cable has the 8020 adapter DC plug and the 7909 plug as well. Now 9.5-foot cabling, of course, can be put up and put away. With this, you're going to get about 23 to 24%, and I think it's like 23.5% efficiency in low light settings. Now, monocrystalline solar cells that fold out by panel is a two-piece panel. ETFE laminated handle, and of course monocrystalline solar cells. IP68 rating, so you can actually use it in harsh and wet weather and use it out in the rain and not worry. This is going to work well with multiple devices, rather ranging from the 100 plus all the way up to like the 1500 power station. So really cool solar panel. I like this one. Like if you look, it has this cool little handle. It's going to do 100 watts of charging at 18 volts. Has, of course, eye-ring lights to tie it out just in case it hits the wind. Now, they do have another variation of the 100-watt panel. I'm not going to really get into this one, but this is, of course, a quad panel that folds up. You'll see this in like the 600 package or so. Now, I'm not sure. Lois, is this going to become the new standard for the 100-watt panel? Or is the 100-watt Solar Saga going to stay and this is just the second option? I forgot to ask that the other day. So, any questions about those, please ask. We can definitely talk about it. Now, they also have a new 100-watt panel. This is called the 100 Prime. Now, the 100 Prime is a fixed panel that can be mounted to the roof of your RV, your toy haulers, your sheds, your shops, or vice versa. It is a fixed mountable solar panel, and it does do 25% efficiency in converting light. Now, this panel is very, very beautifully large right here. So this is the panel, fixed metal aluminum housing. Has, of course, that nice 10-foot cable on the back to allow you to plug it in. Now, the cabling. The cabling has, of course, the DC adapter on the end right there. But when you pop that DC adapter off, it goes to an Anderson clip. The Anderson clip is going to allow you to, of course, plug in and connect up multiple of these devices and why split them so you can run more than just one piece with this. Now, it does come with all the mounting hardware for the hardware to mount it to to pretty much anything. Rather it be your van to, of course, your house. So this is a really, really cool one. If you're looking for 100 Prime, guys, I believe it is actually out of stock right now, but should be refilled shortly. So if you guys are looking for that, the 100 Prime. Now, we are going to get into the last solar panel of the night, and this is going to be the 200-watt Solar Saga. Now, the 200-watt Solar Saga used to be their largest solar panel till the 500 hit the market. Now, this 200-watt solar panel is a beautiful solar panel. It is a large solar panel. It's like $699, but there's a $220 coupon. Okay, so that foldable 100-watt solar panel I showed you guys only comes with the 600 plus package. Thank you for answering that. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's a really amazing solar panel. I really like that foldable one. Now, we're going to show you guys a video. I'm going to pop over here. We're going to show you guys a video of the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panel. That is that piece. It does come with a carrying case. Does come out. It does weigh approximately 21 pounds. Now, still IP68 rating. It's going to, of course, work in harsh and wet weather. Can even be washed with a hose if you wanted. Now, inside that carrying case, you guys are going to see that it's ETFE laminated handles. It's going to be a trifold design with 3 kickstands. But it, of course, can be put up in under 20 to 30 seconds. Now, it is a large, large panel. It is approximately 55 inches long, right? So, nice, long device. Now, we're going to get into this. 24.3% efficiency in converting light, even in low light standings with this. Does come with a 9.5-foot cable. I always recommend getting the extender cable that they do offer out there for you. Now, don't forget there's a $220 clippable coupon on this device as well. Now, you're going to get 200 watts of charge rate on these devices. I'm actually plugging it into the 3000 Pro right there in this video. Within the 10 to 15 seconds I plugged it in, from the time it plugs in to the time the machine turns on and I grab the camera, it's already grabbing about 153 watts of power. Now, that is literally just firing it up and instantly getting power. If I would have flattened out the panel, angled it a little more, I probably would have got the full 200 watts of charge rate with this. It's a really, really cool piece with this, and I love the usability, the accessibility, and the foldability of the device and the solar panel. But like I said, $220 clippable coupon. Now remember though, guys, if you purchase over $1,500 of Jackery products tonight, you can use that 5% discount code to save 5% off of over $1,500 purchases. Now, we also had all of those other beautiful deals that we had going on. We had two deals for the 1000 V2. We had the 1000 V2 by itself, or we had the 1000 V2 with solar panels, discount codes with that. Now, I'm going to actually share that over on the other channel, and I believe I'll have Lois share it one more time for you guys on the Jackery side. Now, you also had two different codes. I believe one code was for the 2000 V2. That you guys can get the 2000 V2 for about $809 with the code. And then, of course, you guys, that 5% discount code as well. So, any questions about any of the products that we showed you guys tonight? And hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the 5000 plus. I can't wait to get more hands-on time with this and do some more stuff with it. I've already done 3 or 4 different videos for ourselves with it, and I've been having a lot of fun. All right, I don't see any questions. With that being said, guys, always give a follow, hit the live notification button. You will see when we go live. With that being said, we will be back here on the 12th for another Jackery show. So you guys will see us on the 12th at 9 Pacific, or 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So for those of you on the Pacific Coast, 6 o'clock p.m. For the people on the East Coast, 9 o'clock Eastern. So with that, Lois, thank you for hanging out with me. Lois, thank you for, of course, always sharing those codes with us, and all of you guys for following us. For all of the new followers on both channels, thank you for the follows. We do appreciate it, and we hope you guys are enjoying these shows. Now, like always, I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night, and we'll see you guys on the next show. And I'll leave you guys with this intro video.